Flexibility, stability, and being able to pivot in these times of uncertainties is an absolute must for all small and medium business owners. What I'm about to show you here is from one of our clients, and this is a highly successful B2B client that at the drop of a hat, their whole business model became redundant. Now, I'm creating this video off the back of a post that I made last week that actually got a fair bit of traction because, plain and simply, it resonated with a lot of people for these current times. Now, just to give you a bit of backstory, this business had a B2B business model, and again, on a Sunday afternoon when the Australian government imposed some restrictions, at a drop of a hat, their whole business model became redundant. As you can imagine, this business owner was distressed, and come Monday morning, we had some hard conversations, but took inventory of opportunities and went to work straight away. And that was pivoting everything from B2B to B2C, bringing it online and really pushing the sales from that perspective. So, just to give you further backstory, this business was roughly doing about $40,000 to $50,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue. The B2B side of things, obviously this was fairly profitable for them because there's less spend when it comes to advertising costs and things like that, which you traditionally see in a B2C model. So for our KPIs and our goals for introducing this e-commerce based plan, we want to be trying to aim for around that $100,000 monthly mark so that we can pretty much match the revenue that they were seeing previously for the B2B side of things, taking into consideration ad costs, our management fee, and all the other factors that are involved in managing an e-commerce store. So what you can see here is their Shopify dashboard. Now this is over the last month, from March the 10th to April the 10th, and you can basically see the trajectory in which way things are going. Right now, we're still in that infancy of understanding, okay, what are the right audiences to creative matches, implementing CRO, conversion rate optimization stuff to their site, and really just getting all the channels polished. We have adopted an omni-channel marketing approach for this brand, so we're not just driving traffic from Facebook and hoping that it converts on site. We're driving fast traffic from Facebook, we're optimizing the site, we introduced Google Ads, and we're building back-end email marketing with Klaviyo just to ensure that we've got everything covered. And so this brand is in the best position to capitalize on this unfortunate circumstances. So as you can see, from here, we kicked off relatively new. Fortunately for us, they already had the Shopify store started, but they weren't running traffic. It was just a project that was sitting in the back end. We just came along, polished things up, and put fuel on the fire. So as you can see here, over this last month or so period, we've driven $17,000 or so through their store. Again, it's not these big numbers that we'd like to see, but this is showing promise. This is showing the infrastructure, the stable base that we want to see to be able to push things forward. And ultimately, this has provided hope back for the client that they're not just shutting up shop and that there is another stream of revenue that they can capitalize on for their business. So over the last month, we've increased online sales by 3,500%, which obviously is huge, but they've never ran traffic or conversions through this site before. There's a lot of things that we can do to continue to improve this. Right now, return customer rates are quite low. We want to see this up beyond 20%, and obviously their conversion rate on their site is lower than what we want, and we're going to continue to improve on that. So I'm going to click over to their Facebook ads. Same date range, March 10th to April the 10th. We can see here we've run a few campaigns. Now, this is all within keeping the limitations of our clients' budgets. Unlike many of the brands that we work with, it's like, hey, as long as you're hitting X amount return on ad spend or you're meeting our CPA requirements, we don't care how much you spend. Keep pushing the budget. This particular client is quite new to the concept of e-commerce and had only been in the B2B world, so getting their mind around the whole ad spend phenomenon and the inverse relationship of increased spend and decreased ROAS and how that affects all the channels was an education and is still an education process between us and the client. But for now, we're working with minimal budget, but we are in the profit maximizer game. We are in the ROAS protection game, and we are doing a damn good job at it this far. As you can see here, Majority of these campaigns are quite healthy. They're all above the 3 return on ad spend, which these day and age is quite good. Even with this one here, the 13 return on ad spend. All we would like to see from these campaigns now is to push the volume. We want to push more traffic, more conversion with these same metrics. Cost per clicks are great, and the click-through rate percentages are quite well as well. So moving on, at the beginning of this month, once we got everything in place, there was a little bit of challenge trying to get their Google account in place, because even though we were using Google before with them, there was another account, and cut a long story short, there's a bit of complications, so we had to get a new account, we had to set up a new merchant center, and all the other bits and bobs that came along with setting up an account, which sort of was time consuming, but we got there in the end. Now we started to run ads, particularly search, branded search ad, and shopping for Google Ads, which is starting to yield the results. So right now, we spend minimal, only $330, but we've got a 2 return on ad spend with a $664 return. As we continue to optimize and increase budget, we're fairly confident that we're going to be able to get this account to around a steady 3 to 4 return on ad spend at a much higher monthly ad spend rate. And quite confident this will be this will be a backbone of this brand's traffic and sales source. Then we jumped over and introduced Klaviyo email marketing. Now, what you can see here, we feel is a fantastic result straight out of the gate. We haven't even started running campaigns yet. This is purely just from introducing flows. Some basic flows that we polished up, made quite nice on brand. But we've got the abandoned cart sequences, we've got browser abandonment, we've got a welcome series. There's a few other that we're going to introduce as time goes on, a post-purchase series, and then a repurchase series. So understanding that when the repurchase rate of a customer is, we're going to introduce this flow as well. But right now, as you can see in the last 7 days, Klaviyo has accounted for 20% of this brand revenue. And I'm quite confident once we start introducing the other flows and some campaigns, we can bump that up even higher. So as you can see, flexibility is key when it comes to this time and era. Being able to pivot is key. Understanding your numbers is key. And partnering with somebody, an agency, freelancer, or having the team in-house trained in understanding multi-channel or omni-channel marketing approach is definitely going to put you in a good position, like this brand is. I'm going to make a follow-up video in, say, a month's time, and I really want to see if we can hit these numbers. Like I said, we want to be at around 100K a month revenue mark for this particular client. Based off that and their numbers, their margins, that will completely supplement their B2B revenue that they were making before. And just like that, we'll be able to turn it around, bring hope back to this business owner and their family and their staff, everything, and show a whole new channel. And our goal here for Digital Sucker Punch is that once the dust settles, that we're not only going to have them as a client for B2C, but we're also going to bring them back as a client for B2B. And we've proven our worth, and we show that there's opportunities there amongst adversity if approached right. So again, keep think of those key words about flexibility, stability, and being able to pivot. Hope this video helped, gave you some insight. Hope it educated you and also gave you some inspiration to really work back hard in your business. If you've got any questions or queries, hit the link, comment below. All the other bits and pieces that may be attached to this in whatever platform that this is shared amongst. And you can reach out to us at Digital Sucker Punch at any time to take a look at your business, see if there's any opportunities that you can further capitalize on, and bring us on board as your profit maximizers and your roles protection agency. Hey guys, speak soon. See you later.